Welcome to Watcher DM. I'm Gabriel Hernandez, and this is Alicia Yo. And today we're going to continue on part 10 of Headstrong Cute in the Sphere of Chapultepec Demon Stalker. How you doing today, Alicia?
Oh, not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alicia has prepared some delicious. What kind of tea is this? Is this the ginger peach?
Ginger peach.
Nice. Hashtag not sponsored.
No.
Ginger peach tea slaps.
I think it's definitely gonna burn my mouth all right.
Oh, it's so good. I've got like a weird like thing in my mouth right now that's like ouchy. So tea feels really good.
It's like a warm hug.
Like a warm hug inside of my mouth. That's really weird. All right,
You a
cool.
warm hug.
Yeah, that's true. Can confirm. All right, well, I guess we should start as we usually do with a short recap of what happened last session. So, Alicia, do you want to fill us in on the goings on of the last part 9?
Yeah, let me get my bearings on that. I think I started out at my ship, and I believe I put on a feathered folk costume.
Yeah, I think you. Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? No. I think we ended up having to do a long rest. Because we kind of did some like end of session reflection stuff on the previous session. So it was like midnight, and I decided, yeah, I did the I put on the tiger costume because I was going to be skulking through the jungle. I think maybe I didn't put it on yet.
No, because you got attacked by tigers, didn't you?
I did get attacked by tigers. Yeah, I might have put it on for the way back. Yeah,
That's about right.
that's right. I got attacked by tigers. Managed to get away. Successfully ran, and then I didn't manage to sneak up to. I mean, I thought being sneaky up to the Golden Barge by the mountains there
Right.
because I wanted to go and steal the astrological equipment from it because when I got back to my ship, I realized that mine was gone.
Right.
So yeah, I did that. Took a bit of time and popped out of the ship. I think I wore the tiger costume for the way back.
Sounds
And
right.
it uh
It was a
I think
shocking.
when I stepped outside my ship originally, there was like some beautiful flower in bloom that was a color I'd never seen before, so we named it.
Right. You named 2 colors
Yeah.
last game.
Yeah, and then I got back to my ship and spent some time installing the astrological equipment. And well, actually before that, sorry, when I got back, there was a snake there. What was it?
It's a sympathy snake.
Pardon?
It's the sympathy snake?
Sympathy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was intent on eating me, and I was like, I've had a long day, and I'm having none of this. So,
I think it
uh,
was trying to convince you that having a long day was a good reason to be eaten. It's like,
yeah,
do you really want another one of these?
I was like, nope, killing this fucking snake because it's in my house. So yeah, I stabbed it real good and kicked it out the hatch. And yeah, got to work installing that archaeological equipment, and then was about to head out, and I heard the sound of music in the distance. Was it? Do you remember what did you make this one? Was it Zeppelin or something?
Pretty sure it was Stairway.
It was Stairway, and I was like, oh fuck, Omakalas rolling around in that Volvo. So I donned the bird featherfolk costume, and made sure the hatch was locked. And turns out he sauntered up in a front mood and knocked on the door, looking for me. And I answered by opening the door a crack, because there's a security chain there, and just decided to pretend like I was Headstrong's assistant, Featherfolk. And it turns out Omakala did some thinking and decided that he was being an asshole. And so I guess a few days of driving around, listening to rock, cleared his head a little, and he pitched a card through the hatch that was basically a call Omakala spell. So that was the message I took as my assistant, which was shocking. Definitely closed up and was like, oh. So yeah, I waited for him to leave, and then I headed into town to see what was what, disguised as a Featherfolk.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like Chi-Chi's followers were just straight up dragging some of my followers off, possibly to be hanged or something. Anyway, it did not look good. So I decided to, climb up on a soapbox, as it were. And with the evidence that I had stolen from the ship about how this demon, disguised as Chi-Chi, the penguin, really just wanted to eat these feathered folk. So I kind of got enough people's attention, that we sort of formed a little underground where I showed them the evidence of the true nature of Chi-Chi. They were convinced.
Yeah, I like the revolutionary underground PowerPoint montage. I think that was just forever in my head canon. That's just going to be this really fun. We should do that again.
Totally. So, yeah, we have kind of started a revolution, gained some interest. It took a few days, of preparation, and at this point, word has spread, and the demon is no longer pretending to masquerade as Chi-Chi. He's just full on, balls out, just eating feathered folk in front of the church.
Has begun.
Yeah, it got pretty ugly real quick. I decided to pull a Superman and hit a phone booth to change out of my disguise and give Omakala a call just to see if he could help me out. He decided to call a truce. So yeah, he was kind of like, well, I don't know about killing him, but if you want to meet at the hut, south of town, we could definitely come up with some kind of plan to deal with this demon. But he's quite powerful, so vanquishing might be off the table for now. So town was in shambles, but on my way out, I decided to grab some worm jerky because apparently the Omakala said that the night pig yelled to grab snacks, Cheetos specifically. And I knew that the night pig at least liked worm jerky. So I got some of that. And, as I turned on my heel to leave, I was like, do you have Cheetos? Rolled my luck on that. And turns out they had Cheetos. They didn't even know what they were. But they were like, yeah. Guess I got Cheetos.
Hell yeah.
And I round about where we left off.
All right.
I may have gone back to my ship.
No,
I'm still in town.
Yeah, I think you are still in town. You actually reverted. You went back into your feathered folk costume.
Yeah.
All right.
Travel that way.
So that is where we begin our adventure today. You are kind of like you basically got your hands full managing the there's feathered folk trying to save the feathered folk that are being eaten. There's feathered folk trying to, recruit to the resistance. There's feathered folk just fleeing for their lives. It's a chaotic mess in the town of Kaka. Do you want to what do you want to do? Do you you have a plan to go meet Omakala, but that is at least I think let's see, 6 hours of travel away by foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who knows how many feathered folk will be eaten by then. Technically, I probably know, but besides me.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I honestly don't know any way that I can get there faster. Um. Or reasonable safe refuge. Yeah, I think because I don't really know how to pilot my ship, right? Well.
Yeah, you were kind of relying on Deadly Dan to do that for you, since he's a thinking engine.
Yeah, that reminds me, I gotta try to find him.
Your plate is full of stuff to do.
Yeah.
Good to be busy.
I mean, I just I don't really have any ideas for where the feather folk could hide, you know? Like if I rallied them to take cover somewhere. I don't really know.
Yeah, so you don't know where you would instruct them to hide. I don't think that there's really much capacity for them to hide anyway. But I mean, I'm open to ideas.
Sorry, I didn't catch any of that. Your screen froze.
Oh, uh-oh. Okay.
You're fine now.
Cool. Yeah, I think them hiding is probably they would have to hide outside of town, and honestly, getting them outside of town is difficult enough right now. Yeah.
How about I'll try calling Omakala one last time before I leave.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you need to roll for it? I think last time you kind of just let me have it.
No, you had to roll for it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you had to roll for it and spend stamina.
We didn't do that. Yeah, I tried to flatter him, but in the roll history, it's not there.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, then yeah, go ahead. You can just cast it. Just spend the stamina.
Sure. I mean, I can roll. It's just like if I fail, I'll probably just try again, you know?
Yeah.
What would you like me to do?
Go ahead and roll.
Also, I think, what time of day is it?
Ooh, good question. It is
because I don't think we also didn't do a.
It's 3:00 in the afternoon.
We didn't do a long rest.
You're right, we didn't, and I didn't really require one because we ended on a montage. I was like, we can do the reflection stuff without it being a rest.
That's okay. All right, cool.
That's fine.
Yeah, I failed to roll under. So it's 1 stamina per spell?
Yep. And yeah, you get a voicemail. You get his voicemail. And it sounds like he's answering. He's it's a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he does that.
Okay.
And not only does he do that, he gets you. You're like a
Nah.
good couple of seconds into your like Omakala, like what's up? So tell me
Hmm.
what you were going to say to Omakala. It had he answered hello.
Oh, yeah. Is there any way for me to get to you faster than by foot?
Ha! Gotcha. It's my answering machine. Leave a message after the beep. Beep.
God damn it.
Now what do
Okay.
you say? It's a voicemail.
Yeah, I guess I'll leave a message. Be like, hey, I'm heading out to meet up with you, but it's gonna take me a while. I was just wondering if you had any tricks up your sleeve for when you get there faster. Anyway, I don't give me a call back. I don't know how you're gonna get a hold of me, but thanks.
If you're satisfied with your message, plus pound. To re-record, press star.
Yeah, I'm not pressing pound for more
You
options
you
at this
look at your
point.
hand and you have no
Yeah.
pound. You're like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. Yeah. So, what? It absent that. You got any plans? You got anything you want to do? Anything you want to try and do?
Uh, no, I think I just need to go north.
Okay. The the rabbits will, or I'm sorry, the feathered folk will beg you not to leave. They're just going to be really upfront with you. You're the most organizing force they have, and they're pleading with you not to leave. So you can break their hearts and leave anyway. That's fine. But I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that that's what they were doing.
Of course. Yeah. Um, honestly, can I like, do they want to come with me?
Um, yeah. There's a few that are willing to come with you. Actually, by and large, okay. So the best feathered folk are would love to come with you, but they're not willing to. They're gonna send
Okay.
like the young and the old and the like sick with you if they can to like have you smuggle them out of town. So that's their objective.
I'm just wondering, like, I know like the farm is like within the town hex,
It is.
but is it kind of out of town?
Not out of town enough like that you'd be able to hide people there or anything.
Okay. Yeah. And the only other place I can think to stash them is my ship. I don't know what the capacity of that is and for how long, you know. I don't know if it's safe either.
I mean, it sounded like at the beginning of this you were totally willing to leave these people behind.
Yeah, just for lack of any ideas about A, where to stash them, or B, um,
That's fine. I guess my question is, does Headstrong Cute feel okay telling them to their face that she won't take them with her, or would she rather like sneak out? Like, how does your character deal with the conflict internally? Is what I think I'm more interested in because like it sounds like you have realized that it is a rock and a hard place.
yeah, I think there's limited options. Even in the sense that like were I to stay, I'm not sure what else I can do on my own. Um, I don't know what to do.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. How long? How long until you're willing to make a decision? So
Uh,
I think I'm gonna cycle an hour just for you, like dealing with it, dealing with them realizing that you're trying to
having
leave,
conversation with,
begging you not to
yeah.
go, negotiating who could go with you.
Well, do they know where to go? Where they would go?
Um, they, I mean, they do say like they'd be willing to just hide in the jungle. Just getting out of here is probably a good start, but like
Hmm.
Omakala's tower is, you know, empty. Like it's Omakala's not there anymore. It's not the bad place that it was before. So that's a place they'd be willing to go. There are the defensive towers that they're not fantastic, but they're defensible. They can't
Yeah.
host a lot of people, but they can like protect a lot of people. In the jungles, I will tell you there is a risk of them running counter the tigers. So there's obviously risks there, but again, those are risks they're willing
Yeah.
to take at this point. The demon, it's better to deal with the demon they don't know in this particular case, mostly because the demon they do know is kind of a dick.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Okay, well, maybe I'll yeah, whoever is willing to come with me, I'll see if I can set them up in the tower then. That's a good point. I was just sort of not really sure like where they would go, you know?
Yep, that's fine.
I don't control them. So,
Well,
you
I mean,
know.
in this case, right? You kind of do. Like they're willing to vest a lot of trust in you because of kind of your position. So, but totally
Okay.
understand. Like knowing the options of where to go is all good. No problem.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So, okay. So you've got to get out of town. And with how many are you trying to take with you?
Uh I guess it do you want me to roll for it?
So here's what's going to happen. You're gonna pick a number between like
Uh-huh.
1 and 18,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna roll 3 dice. Well, between 3 and 18, I'm gonna roll 3 dice, and the closer I get to the number, the better off it's gonna go. If I roll under, it's great. If I roll over, there's gonna be some problems.
Yeah, I mean, let's say like okay, let's say I figure I couldn't sneak like, covertly move more than a dozen people.
Okay,
Feathered folk, I mean.
so you want the number to be 12?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to see this? I'm bringing the camera down. Look at this. You see it?
Is it 12? Oh,
It's
it's 12.
literally 3 4 is 12. Awesome.
Nice.
Perfect match. Okay, cool. So originally, what I was gonna say is like, if it's over, like you lose some of the people you're trying to get out with. If it's
Yeah.
under, then like somebody has to sacrifice themselves for you to get out, and it's like somebody who is like core, like original stuff. But in this
Okay.
case, because you got exactly on the number, we're gonna say those costs don't happen. The distraction goes off perfectly, and the 12 that you take with you are able to leave without any issue. So,
Okay, great. Yeah.
and
Let's go.
you southeast, where we going?
Yeah, like the mushroom forest there.
Okay, southwest, got it.
Hmm.
Okay, it is 5 o'clock, and in the jungle. Man, I just keep rolling this
Tigers.
over and over again. No, it's not tigers. It's it you the flowers around you bloom in what's it called?
Ember.
Radiant ember.
Oh.
So yeah, you get the radiant
Cool.
ember flowers.
Great. Yeah, let's keep going southwest.
Okay. Let me. 1, 2. It is 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And this is still jungle, I believe. Yes. 1, 2 is okay. Cool. So interesting. Very interesting. You find 2 feathered folk hiding in the jungle.
Okay.
In addition to the 12 that you already had.
And invite them to come with us.
They will take you up on that. Cool. They are doubting. They're currently like totally. So, truth be told, these were your followers from before. Okay. They managed to get away, but they have seen feathered folk basically persecute and kill their own kind for believing in you, and then have been basically have run out of town as like everybody has started to be slaughtered by all this. So this has been traumatizing to say the least. Now, are you like you have not informed these feather folk that you are Headstrong cute? You're wearing
I'm wearing a disguise.
Costume. Right. Yeah. So who do they think you are?
I don't know. I don't think we talked about.
We did not. This is
me having a name or.
Yeah, this is kind of a. I know it's a little impromptu, but like something. It could be Burt Reynolds. I don't care, but something, sure, right? Yeah. Because whoever that character is, these guys are distrustful of.
Right.
So they're doubting, and that is not like a. They're not keeping that to themselves. So like. There is doubt beginning to brew in the crowd that you are taking, especially as the sun begins to kind of set in the sky.
Right. I was trying to think of a bird name.
Big E bird.
Nice. Yeah, I got nothing.
All right, Burt Reynolds it is.
Bird Reynolds?
Bird Reynolds. There you go. See? Yeah. Why do I even say anything? You had it the whole time. It was inside of you. Okay. Friendship was the answer all along. Okay, so that is the encounter you have here. You now have 14 feathered folk following you. Great. Where to next?
South.
Okay.
South to the tubers.
To the tubers here. And it strikes 7 o'clock as the sun sets. And 3, 6. This is tubers. Nice. Yeah, so as you're walking through this area of tubers, the breeze picks up and carries with it the intoxicating scent of the tuber blooms. Go ahead and test your luck or become kind of drunk.
Okay. I succeeded.
Okay, cool. You managed to resist the effects of the tuber blooms. I'm going to give the feathered folk here a skill roll. Ooh, they didn't. Okay, so they rolled under their skill, meaning they are also able to resist, but you can tell some of them are a bit randy.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep heading south.
All right. So, south 2 hours. So it is now
7. It's after 7.
It was after 7. Yeah. So it's now 9 p.m. And you are in a jungle again. Is that 5-2? Ooh. So, Yeah, there you kind of are going through the forest and through this jungle here, and you find yourself like in a swarm of mosquitoes.
Oh.
Um, but the mosquitoes are not eating; they
Okay.
are making babies. So I think the smell of the tuber blooms has like drifted into the
Yeah.
area, and like has just
Okay.
mosquitoes have lost their damn minds, and so
Horny
you
mosquito
are
cloud.
yeah, you are right in the dead center of a friggin' mosquito orgy. And like everybody kind of is. So yeah, you come through it effectively unharmed, but you
Mm,
are there's
frazzled.
there's stuff on you. There's stuff on everyone. Some of
Okay.
it might be eggs. Some of it might be the other part of that equation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes.
Okay. Everyone is alive though, so let's push on south to the tower.
And all right, you arrive at the tower at 11 p.m. Let's see here. Just gonna see if there's anything. Okay, no. Cool. Yeah, so you arrive at Omakala's tower. This is the wizard tower that you kind of cleared out earlier in the adventure.
Mhm.
And yeah, it is. It's been abandoned, um,
Okay.
and kind of abandoned in some haste. But the structure of it is good. It's more than capable of defending the 14 birds you have with you, for 14 feathered folk you have
Okay.
with you. And yeah, there's even some some wizardry apparatus inside. I don't know. Did you end up coming back here and kind of ransacking the place?
No, I did not. So I would search again, sort of just maybe I have a better eye or experience for stuff.
Do you have secret signs or whatever?
No.
That was your other character,
That
huh?
was Rectangle.
Okay,
Yeah. That
Rick
was when we
Tangle.
did Longbear.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I think don't you now have like a search skill? Didn't we do?
I do, yeah, because I spent all that time looking for the dwarves' tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me I'll give that a go. Roll under.
Mm-hmm.
Succeeded.
Cool. Yes, you are able to find a stash of scrolls
Okay.
that Omakala was hiding here, and just as you kind of find it, your hand begins to vibrate,
Okay,
and
cool.
then it makes this weird, like really bad sound, like it's like a commercial jingle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a really bad
I'm
ringtone.
I'm I'm gonna seem pretty disturbed by this.
Yeah.
Like until I'm like, hello?
Okay. All right. So you pick it up and you
Yeah,
answer. Okay.
I
Um,
do.
Sweet. And Omaka's like, "Oh, hey! I just got a message that you got into my little cache there, a little stash of scrolls.
Okay.
Would you be a darling and bring those with you when you come back?
Yeah, I was about to put them in my bag for that very purpose. So
Fantastical.
no problem.
All right. Yeah, yeah. Just grab those and bring them on up. How are the birds?
Uh, afraid, I think.
Oh, they
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah. Well, uh, I'm gonna have to leave them here. Any chance you got any ideas to fortify this place before I leave them to their own devices, or some kind of protective thing I can do? Give them
Uh,
a better chance.
yeah, absolutely. They should definitely lock the door and stay inside.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a pantry in the downstairs entryway that should have enough
Okay.
food for them. It's seed. It's not great, but it should be enough for them to hold there for a couple weeks.
All right. Okay.
More importantly, do you remember where that thing was set up in the middle of that room that you're in right now? You're in the top room of the tower.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, would you go over there and just jiggle it a bit?
Uh, yeah. Sure. I'm, cautiously just
Okay.
kind of looking around, hoping the feathered folk are like, maybe settled.
So you are doing the antenna jiggle on
Yeah.
like a portal base.
Like
And
little rabbit ears.
exactly.
Or fucking with them.
Yeah. And so you can test your luck to reactivate the portal.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't slept yet, so my luck's pretty bad. Let me. I can regain some with that pocket god, right?
You can totally do some pocket gods.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna burn one,
I need secrets.
and I have to whisper a secret to it.
Tell me secrets.
Um. Try to think of something rabbit related, something dumb. Uh. Shoot. What's a silly secret? Do you remember what I came up with last time?
No, I don't
Did
write
you write
these
it down?
I do not. I don't even bother.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't expecting you to, but I was
It's
curious.
recorded on the internet for posterity, so we can always. I like to
Yeah.
be surprised when I look back at these things and go, "Oh, dude, that was hilarious!" Like,
Yeah, no, totally. Um,
who is Headstrong Cute's first or current crush?
yeah, I was trying to think of something along those lines. It's funny you read my mind. Yeah, let's get something dumb like Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ is an extremely weird first crush, but not that out of bounds, I don't think. Like, lots of girls out there are saving themselves for Jesus, let's be frank. All right,
Sure.
Jesus Christ is your first
Rabbit
crush.
Jesus.
Rabbit Jesus.
Yeah, Rabbit
That's
Jesus.
honestly kind of ironic that like, yeah, you were legitimately like down with a Messiah before he got eaten, and now you're kind of like a Messiah on your own. That's kind of cool. All right, so you toss a god and receive a thingy.
Do I roll for my luck?
No,
Or is it one
you
luck?
just gain one luck.
I just gained one luck. Okay.
If you can
Well,
stomach,
that was pretty painful.
yeah, if you can stomach doing that 2 more times, you're more than welcome to use more of them. So
Yeah, right. I'll just try to test my luck right now. I succeeded.
you did it. All right. Yeah. Honestly, like it. I'm gonna say it kind of goes off at the same time that you're telling your secret. You're whispering to the god.
Yeah.
And so yeah, when the portal opens and Omakala is standing there, and he like just you basically say directly to him like, my first crush was Rabbit Jesus. And yeah, he turns red and you turn red. Night Pig is like, who the fuck is Rabbit Jesus? And yeah, that's how that goes. And yeah, you can now teleport at any time between this position and the shed for no time. Costs no time to make that movement.
Cool. Yeah. All right. At this point, I think Gosh. I'm gonna run down and lock.
And
Make
what?
sure it's locked.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
run
lock.
down
Right.
to the base of the tower and make sure the door's locked.
Okay.
And like just check out. He said there was a pantry and some seeds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So you get the feathered folk kind of settled.
I'm getting them settled. Yeah.
Okay. And Omakala comes in through the portal and like helps to like get the place kind of cleaned up and like set up a couple of arcane protections. Nothing too crazy, but he does something that you probably could have thought of. He just pours salt around the building on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So, like, out of view, the I don't know. Do I want the feathered folk to know that I was disguised, or do I just want to show up as Headstrong? I know people don't like being deceived. Honestly, no. I'll do it. I'll do it in public. I'll just deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So you tell me about this. How do you do this? You finish locking the door. You've helped them
yeah.
secure all their stuff. They're inside. They're safe. You turn around to face your 12 apostles
Yeah.
and the two nerds
Yeah.
who don't
Truly.
believe you.
And however you turn this thing off.
You just unzip it. It's just like a
Yeah.
front side. It's like a onesie you pull off.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm sure you got tired of this. But I'm not who I said I am. I am not Bird Reynolds. And zip.
Yeah. So as you begin zipping, one of the two doubters yells out, "I knew she was one of the tigers! I knew there was a tiger in there!" And so you start unzipping, and their panic is beginning to kind of take hold. The gasps, go up. And as you pull away the material, and the first kind of rabbit ear goes up. He stops mid sentence with what mid tiger basically is like, oh, never mind. I told you she would save us. Goes into a whole Headstrong cute. We believed in her the whole time. You persecuted us. Just starts being an I told you so to the 12 that you saved who were whatever.
I'm just gonna apologize to them for deceiving them, and also be like, I'm sure you can understand why I had to disguise myself in town.
Yeah, why don't we test your etiquette and just kind of see how it goes over.
Yeah, how well I can,
Yeah.
I succeeded.
Yeah, I think the combination of at this point it's almost just kind of adding to your legend. Because a lot of these people didn't really believe you were anything special, and then you come back into town as someone else, guide them out mysteriously. It all kind of just plays to the legend of you. So when you kind of reveal yourself, it's it's less a deception and more of a miracle in their perceptions.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Agreed.
I would need to deal with the fallout of that at some point, and then I don't have to hide around them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super.
Before it was honestly half about protecting my skin.
Yes.
I was still being persecuted. So.
Yeah, that's super fair.
Okay, cool. I think though it is 11, right?
I'm gonna say it's midnight. So and it's only midnight because you just did a whole prep thing and a big reveal. Yeah. I think that was about an hour. So yes, it is midnight.
I'm gonna is like so Omakala came over to kind of help. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, should I crash here or
No, no, no. Come over. We'll have a
okay,
sleepover.
cool.
Just you, me, and
Oh
Night
yeah.
Pig.
All right, cool. Let's all portal over there, and I'm gonna be like, I brought Cheetos.
Nice. Yeah, and yeah, Omakala's like, sweet, I got the Mountain Dew. And busts out some Mountain Dew. And yeah, the three of you actually sit around at Omakala's place. Like, your rest is technically 8 hours or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Enough of that is sleep that you get the full benefit of 8 hours. But I will say, patted on either side of that, you three nerds are sitting around eating Cheetos, drinking Mountain Dew, and playing like an entertainment system gamepad thing. Like Omakala has a Nintendo equivalent at his little hut shack there, and technically is actually how Night Pig won his life.
Okay.
He convinced Omakala to like play him in a game, and if he could beat him, he could stay alive. And so that's how Omakala and Night Pig ended up becoming friends. Omakala got beat at a video game.
Nice.
Hikama has arrived, by the way. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah,
So go ahead and do things, and I will update the time.
yeah, I wanted to what am I doing here? Yeah, I've given the Cheetos to Night Pig. I'm burning those from my inventory.
Okay.
And I am also giving him and Omakala so a couple of pieces of worm jerky. So I burned those from my provisions.
Okay.
And I also wanted to ask them about this pungent grass that I have.
Oh,
I was like, is this good stuff?
dude, do you break that out during the rest?
I do, yeah.
Okay, cool. For the next 24 hours,
Uh-huh.
you have one additional armor.
Oh, cool.
It isn't technically armor, you're not hardened,
Yeah.
but your body is so relaxed that anything that hits you just does less damage. You're stoned.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
So, and we all have it, I hope. Or is this just
Yeah, you all got stoned. Yeah.
Sweet. So I burned that. And yeah, okay. So we've rested. Roll for my stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was only down one anyway. Okay, let's roll for my luck. Is it 2d6 for my luck as well?
Nope,
I always forget.
just 1d6.
Just one. Okay. Okay, I rolled a 3, so we're back up to top.
You are recovered.
Cool. So my light armor gives me, I take 1 less damage. Is that true?
Yes.
And now you'll remember the effects of the grass.
You can set your armor to 2 for right now. I don't think it's on your character sheet, right? It's just you.
I don't think I have a setting for that. Yeah, that's why I was asking us to remember.
Well, here, what we can do is I can set the attribute on your character at least. Yeah, because there isn't one, but we can just add the attribute for armor.
Okay.
And then that way we can remember it and refer to it if we have to.
Sounds good. Character
sheet.
Inventory.
Okay. Cool.
Did it work?
I mean, yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
I am going to. Okay, so 5 provisions are worm jerky. That's in your bio stuff. Do you want to? Is that still true? That. Okay, yeah. That might also be a good place to just put the fact that you're stoned, and that's where one of your armor comes from.
Yeah, good point.
All right, so you wake up the next day after a Cheeto-filled Mountain Dew Stoner Fest, Nintendo
Nice.
Wii
Very
tennis.
healing.
Yeah, it was everything you didn't know you needed in life. And yeah, you finish that up. You wake up the next day, and Omakala is already awake and is brewing a pot of some kind of brackish black liquid.
Okay.
Night Pig is snoring. What do you do?
Uh, yeah. So while this dark liquid is being brewed, I'm gonna ask Omakala about. Have you happened to seen a little android thinking machine chap running around here? Goes by the name Dan.
Has like immediate fear. He says, "Dan," you said,
Mm-hmm.
"deadliest Dan."
I think he's just deadly Dan.
Oh, then it's not the same guy.
Okay, but have you seen him?
There was a thinking engine I drove past a while back.
Okay.
Went by deadliest
Yeah, yeah.
Dan. Almost shot me down.
Hmm. Maybe he's upgraded.
He seemed
Uh,
upgraded.
whereabouts? Whereabouts did you see him last?
Oh, there's a ring of standing stones. Not too far from here, about 3 hours.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right, let's look at those scrolls you got.
Yeah. Sorry. I forgot to put those in my inventory.
Did you have room for them?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering that now. Well, let's say I gave up the Cheetos and
Yeah,
like all of that stuff came with us, right? So
yeah. That's totally fine.
it was carried. Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go back and retroactively apply -4 to all your rolls because I'm a dick. All right, cool. So go ahead and roll D66 4 times.
Uh, okay. So I rolled 2d6 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So 1-5 is the befuddle spell. 4-3 is the helping hands spell. 2-4 is the cockroach spell. And 1-5 is the you already have that spell, the befuddle spell, so that's just a backup scroll.
So
um,
does that mean I've read them so I learn them?
so you may learn any one of those spells right now.
Any one. Okay.
It
Okay.
will only take you an hour to learn that one spell because magic.
Mhm.
And then the rest of those spells are available to you, but you would have to come
Yeah.
back and learn them, which would take time.
And a separate occasion.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me what befuddle is?
Yes. Befuddle. A wizard's touch can shake up someone's mind like a snow globe. The target makes all rolls at a -1 penalty until their head is cleared. Lasts for 3 minutes.
Okay. And then you said helping hands. What was the third one?
It was 2-4. Cockroach.
What is cockroach?
A popular spell that turns troublesome folk into humiliated animals. The target must test their luck or skill for enemies, or be turned into an insignificant creature of the wizard's choice. It lasts forever.
So like if they fought as a large beast before, would they then be like a, I don't know what the smallest beast is or whatever.
So small
Monster
beast
thing.
is its own kind of beast. Like you can
Okay.
like a cat would be like a small beast.
Oh, okay.
But you can literally turn them into a humiliated animal, like a slug or a worm or something. You could turn them into a cockroach.
They would, so they'd have fewer hit points, I guess is what I'm wondering.
They would be completely incapable of. You could turn them into something that was basically incapable of fighting.
Cool.
Yeah. Mind you, they get to test their skill.
Yeah,
which
it
is
doesn't mean it's going to be successful.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds pretty dope. Let's go with cockroach.
That sounds cool.
How to spell cockroach?
COCKROACH.
That's it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that looked right. Okay, so it would be a rank 0. Or no, all spells are rank 1, right?
Yep, starts at rank 1.
Yep. Cool. All right. So,
So headstrong, cute, learning spells. Hey, let's get this plan together.
yeah, has the night pig woke up yet? Or is he still snoozing?
Night Pig woke up right about the time that you started learning the cockroach spell. And he actually literally woke up to the word cockroaches. He was like, cockroaches? Cockroaches? Is that what's for breakfast? Like, gets up, looks around. Like, aw, they're so crunchy and delicious. Thought we were having cockroaches.
Nice. Well, I did have another question. As I happen to be acquainted with this thinking machine that I was inquiring about. Although he may be pissed off at me, I'm not sure. We did arrive together. Do you think he could help us? In our plan to deal with this demon?
I mean, that sounds like something you'd have to ask him.
Sure, of course I would have to ask him, but I mean, like, I don't have a lot of experience with thinking machines or engines.
Neither do I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. So yeah, I guess we better talk plans.
Yep. So why don't you lay out a plan? And if you want, you can basically what Omakala and Night Pig can provide is kind of yes or no answers to questions about like most things.
Okay.
And then basically I'm going to give you 3 tokens. And those tokens are assumptions that you make about Omakala or Night Pig or the demon that we'll basically negotiate. Those are things that we can like, okay, sure. Like maybe Omakala can cast this spell for you, or maybe Night Pig can do this act for you, or maybe the demon is, weak in this way for you. So like those, you have 3 of those. So you can kind of, it's like 3 wishes. You basically can kind of use to pick apart and add to this.
Okay.
Sound
I did
good?
also have another question of if they happen to know where my astrological equipment went.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Actually, let me check real quick. No. Sorry.
So somebody stole mine, and I stole the demon ship. So if we're gonna run him out of town, I'm not really sure how easy it will be for him to leave. You guys got any ideas?
Well, I guess, we did just set up the tower. Like, does he need to leave or does he just need to be contained?
Oh, that is a fair point. Okay. Well, yeah, so essentially, it's pretty rude of him to be eating feathered folk, or rather, I guess, feeding off of them. uh, you know, uh, how do we get him to stop? Like, do you think that we could convince him to not do that?
I mean, he's a demon. He's got to eat something.
Right. Uh, like what? What else could he eat?
Demons eat fear. They eat fear and
We
hatred.
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he relies on his ability to cause fear
Hmm.
amongst that population, or to get them to hate one another, which is why this was all working for so well for so long.
Okay.
But he actually is not that. That is not his only goal here.
Sure. What do you mean?
Well, he had two other reasons for being here. One of them was to collect the souls that Omakala was supposed to provide, and then
Right.
he had one other purpose that he is here for, that he has not achieved thanks to you.
Like to collect the souls and then also to feed off the people. I don't
Mm-mm.
get what was the other thing?
It had to do with one of the books that you one of the books that you found, or one of the notes that you found in his ship.
I don't remember though.
Okay, well, your character doesn't remember. Omakala doesn't know. He just knows that he was here for another purpose.
Um,
Do you want to test your luck to see if you can remember?
no,
Okay.
I do not. Okay.
So what's the plan?
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know how we're coming up a plan with where I can only ask you things that have a yes or no answer. Like, I don't. I'm not. I'm struggling to work within these parameters that you've set.
Okay. So how would you like to do it?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
So
obviously, I don't have a plan.
okay. Well, I'll tell you what. So we're just about at an hour now anyway. So why don't we go ahead and call this, and then out of game we can talk about like what plan options you might have, and kind of what that plan might look like. And then when we come back next session, we'll do like a planning montage with kind of what we discussed in between games. Does that sound like a good way to do it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just like it's not like my character is gonna have a 10-point plan for vanquishing a demon. Like she doesn't know what she's doing either. So it seems weird for me to like suggest a bunch of things that we should do. Like I'm coming to Omakala as someone who knows more. Like I'm asking advice from them. I'm
Okay.
not here to tell people what to do. So that's why I'm struggling with your kind of setup of that.
So the setup is not that you have a plan, but that you are planning. So nobody comes with a 10-point plan for anything. You have to plan it. And
Yeah.
that involves a couple of things. One is getting information, and the other is making decisions, right? So, like, the decision, do we try and get Omakala off of the sphere, or just try and contain him somehow? That's a decision, right? Once you make that decision, like, you can make other, like, you can ask other questions about how to execute that decision, and then make more decisions based on that information. So that's the structure, the plan of the structure. Omakala has already given you advice, right? He already said, like, well, we did set up the tower to do this. So he's opened you up to the possibility of just trapping the demon versus trying to get him off the sphere. But if you really want to get him off the sphere, do you want to get him off the sphere piloting his own ship?
I
Like,
don't know.
wouldn't that just mean he goes to another sphere and causes havoc there? Aren't you just making that somebody else's problem? Like, is that okay? If that's okay, then, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe just get all the feathered folk out and protect them from him until he gets bored and leaves. There's another, like, there's high level kind of objectives, and then there's like the more minutia stuff. So I think probably just starting with picking a high level objective, and then we can pin out some stuff from that. But let's do the planning offline, and then when we come back, we can kind of talk about the stuff we discussed during that as the plan, and montage it, and then we'll get into executing the plan in the next session. Sound good?
Okay, sure.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Well, let's go ahead then and do your reflection time. Did you even fail at any skills this time? I don't think you did.
I left a voicemail for Omakala because I failed to call him.
Right. Well, roll it.
Okay. I failed. Great.
Did you roll the 3+1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right, sweet. Well, thank you so much for playing. I hope you had fun. And thank you for saving the 14 feathered folk. They really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a win.
Yeah. And yeah. We'll see everybody next Saturday at 8 p.m. For maybe the conclusion to Chapultepec. Who knows? And yeah, where the hell is Deadliest Dan? What do we do about him? So
I don't know.
yeah. Still got some more discovering to do and some more playing to do, but I hope you had fun watching and playing with us. Again, if you have any suggestions or ideas or questions about Troika or what we're playing, go ahead and hit us up in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You have to say that on YouTube. And yeah, stay weird. Have a good one.
Bye.